one thing I'm going to do is try to keep it as real as possible. As real as possible. I did not like what I saw today. I did not like this game. The New York Giants lose to the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle in an ugly fashion. Probably the worst game we've played all year. Even worse than the game in Dallas. Just a lack of production. The defense played well. The defense actually played well to keep us in the game. But Richie James. Let's get into this video. Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Today's video is about this absolutely horrible loss to the Seattle Seahawks. I was very, very excited going into this game. I said in the previous video, I said, oh man, this is a game. I like the way this game is going to be very, very competitive. It's a good test to see where we are. I like the fact that Geno Smith is playing well. I like the fact that Seattle was stepping it up on defense. I like what we're doing. I like what the Giants are doing. We're moving in the right direction. The offense is getting better, and then this happens. You lay a dud. The Giants laid a dud in Seattle. You laid an egg, man. That's the simplest way that I can say it. We laid an egg in Seattle. Now, there was a lot of things that went into this loss. There's a lot of blame that can go into a lot of places. The obvious thing is what? 2 fumbles by Richie James. Absolutely turned into 10 points for the Seattle Seahawks. This cannot happen. This absolutely cannot happen. But where is the solution? Who do you put out there? Who do you put back there? Do you give him another shot? To me, he's in the doghouse for a little bit. Richie James has to sit down and feel this for a little bit. Now, that second fumble, looks like he was carted off, has a concussion. But we all seen where people make bad plays and they fake an injury. I'm not saying that he's doing that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, it's very convenient. It's very convenient. So, just to start off, man, I'm not mad. I'm a little upset, but I'm not mad with this loss. We knew the Giants were going to lose some games. And I'm just happy that we lost a game to a good team. Now, that's going to be the silver lining to this. But outside of that, man, the defense had a pretty good game until the wheels fell off. But the defense had a pretty good game. They held us in this game. 3 and outs for Seattle. That first half was a tough half. Both defenses were playing very, very well. But at that second half, the time the Giants are supposed to get out there and make some plays on offense, and I'm talking about the offense now, we just did not get it done. I think we were sputtering the whole time. We never really got into a groove. The running game never got started. I know we had some substitutions. Tyree Phillips did not have the best performance today. The loss of Evan Neal was really felt. Hopefully he can get healthy and come back, because we see that we absolutely need this man. We absolutely need Evan Neal to be healthy, and all that stuff that people were talking about him, not being good at the beginning of the year and struggling. You see what happens when he's not in the game. We saw it today. Evan Neal is vital to this offensive line in the way that this offense is playing. Azudu had a pretty good game. It was just a lot of things in this game that, you shake your head at, and it's just like, Mike Kafka. Let's just get right into it. Mike Kafka. What was that? What was I watching? We came off of last week where you were being so creative of how you made Wan'Dale Robinson useful in the game. And he wasn't there today. It felt like he wasn't there today. I know he was on the field, he was playing, but we didn't use him. Darius Slayton, in the few times he was able to get the ball to get some targets, he came up big. He kept some drives alive. He kept the sticks moving. Saquon Barkley had a tough game. It was a tough game in the office. A tough day in the office for Saquon Barkley. They weren't budging an inch. Whatever he was trying to do, he just could not break it. and get free. He had some good plays where he kept his legs turning and getting some tough yards, but this wasn't a typical game for Saquon Barkley. It was a lot of struggle all across that offense. It was a dud. It was a dud of a game on offense. Now, the good thing about this is we got a lot of tape of things that need to improve this week. And we have a bye week, so hopefully Saquon Barkley can rest and get healthy. But we have a bye week, a long time to prepare for this next game against the Texans. And I'm like, okay, well, we put a lot of bad tape, a lot of bad film up today. There's a lot for these coaches to go through, a lot for these guys to break down, because at the end of the day, we still have to keep that same offensive line together. It's going to be Tyreek Phillips when we come back for the Texans. It's going to be Joshua Zudu, who had a pretty good game. But it's going to be a lot of stuff that the coaches are going to go over, and hopefully these guys can learn from that. But on a bright note, because I do want to talk about some bright notes here, Nick Gates. Not only did Nick Gates make his debut, and salute to you, Nick Gates, he also did a pretty good damn job. The plays that he was in, I know when they went in, I believe 13 personnel, they had him lined up as the additional tight end. Nick Gates did a great job today. And if he can get back to where he was before, I'm absolutely excited for that, because that center position will be a spot that he will challenge for in the next year. And that's if we keep us a lot of guys that are up on deals, and hopefully the way that Nick Gates is playing, we can get this guy, locked in for another year, because he was showing promise before he got hurt last year. But I want to just salute Nick Gates for that. But again, this game was a dud for the New York Giants. I'm not going to hold my tongue on that. Daniel Jones has to play better. Catholic has to call better plays. The offensive line has to do better. Special teams hurts. Special teams, after the defense makes plays and stops Seattle, gets them out like that, to just give the ball back is back-breaking. That is back-breaking. They showed that one clip where, Xavier McKinney, puts his helmet down, gets ready to sit down and see what's going on, talk strategy. Before he even got a chance to put his helmet down, he has to pick it back up. That's how fast Richie James fumbled that ball. And it sucks, man, because those are momentum killers. Momentum killers. And all it did was feed that crowd. They couldn't hear anything out there. You got guys getting off the ball slow. You got guys with the false starts, lining up wrong. It's a hell of a game to play in Seattle. That crowd is real. That 12th man is a real thing, and the Giants learned that today. But again, this was a tough game, a tough loss to a good team, and at the end of the day, the Giants are 6-2. The Giants are 6-2. You asked me at the beginning of the season, I thought we would be 4-4, or I hoped for 4-4 at this point. But right now we're 6-2. We're doing way better than anybody expected. So what I'll do is I'll hang my hat on that. I'll get ready for this bye week. Get ready for this long 2 weeks of spaces on Twitter and the trash talk and the bashing, because I know it's coming. It's probably going on right now. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad. I'm upset, but I'm not mad. The Giants are 6-2. Going into the bye, we come back, we have the Texans, and let's go take care of business. Let's take care of business. So I want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. It's okay. It's okay. We're still 6-2.